All right, all right, all right. We are back. Another episode. We've been out of commission for a couple of weeks. You know, the first of the month. It's my birthday week, and so the Tuesday and Thursday kind of took some things, and then my wife got sick, and then I started feeling this change of weather's out here is crazy, y'all. So stay up.
Yeah.
It's so crazy. It gets cold. We're in Texas. We're up here in Houston.
Mhm.
And I mean, it'll go down to it'll be 50 something degrees and a high be 80. You know what I
Right.
mean? That's come if you don't believe in global warming, that alone should tell you something. You can't get down to
Right.
50 literally and get all the way up to 80 in the course of a day. You know how crazy that is?
Right. Right.
Right.
You know
Right.
what I mean? So, it's just been kind of wild, and so that change of weather, man, it was just kind of crazy. COVID out here, crazy people out here. Got the war going on, and it's just everything happening. So you got to stay woke, stay, make sure you stay
Encouraged.
encouraged, yeah, depression and this time of
Stay
year
prayed
as
up.
well. So prayed up because
Mhm.
we getting into Thanksgiving. It's in about another week. Christmas right after that, and but the holiday season can be good and bad for a lot of people. You know what I mean? If you have your family, your friends, and things like that, then it's great. Um, but there's going to come a time where you have family members who are not going to be there for those holidays and when they used to be there. And so now what used to be a joyous and amazing, moment in life is really a reflection for a lot of people. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? And so we got to just be mindful and be prayerful to those that don't have they family members or their friends or siblings or whoever, and it's usually here. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah. Yeah.
hold on. Look at Kyle.
Oh shucks.
Let's see if you want to hop on. See you want to hop on here. We live in here. See he want to hop on if he just chilling.
Mm. Bring them on.
Yeah. So you probably chill. You got to work and everything. So we back in effect, y'all. We just doing what we doing. I know, like I said, a couple weeks. We just keep it going. But got some new things coming for the new year. We'll definitely keep you guys posted. Um, so stay tuned for
Mhm.
all the good things we got coming in 2024. 2023 with this whole cheesesteak, y'all, was really the trial run. You know what I mean? Getting all these little topics out here, getting everything going. But I got some stuff for 2024 I'm working on now that's going, yeah, it's going to be live. It's going to be
Oh,
real, real
Kingfish been
cool.
sharing some stuff too.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'd be like, oh man. Oh yeah, they be deep.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Yeah. And I'm trying to play that video, Chris. I got to get that one up here, man. We're going to do that
Yes.
one. But, tonight the topic is where's your list? You know what I mean? Where's your list? Um,
What is your list?
what is your list? And
Mm.
so that was very interesting because it's coming up on Christmas season, and this is the time. Even growing up as a kid, in any part of your life, you always ask somebody what you want for Christmas, right? And then you
Mhm.
got a list, right? And then
Yeah.
when you're a
Depends
child,
on whether you've been naughty or nice.
naughty or look, whether you was naughty or nice, you was getting it. Well, there's two times in your life, then you like two times a year where you usually get a gift, whether you're naughty or nice. That's your birthday and
Hmm.
Christmas, right? That's like usually it wouldn't matter, right? And so when we're talking about the list, right? The list of things you want for Christmas, you go with that's the one time you can put all the things you want, right? You're not
Hmm.
really thinking about the price and all that stuff. You just put it on the list because you figure, you know what? if I put this list together, then hopefully you will get some of the stuff I really want on the list. And then growing up, as you was a kid, and your mom and daddy, they ask you, what do you really want on that list, right? And of course, they tell you get a couple of the small things, or you get that one big thing, right? So that's what the Christmas list come up to. And so when we're talking about the list,
this list
is
a little different.
It's a little different because it's really one of those things that and the last time we were on here, we talked about that list of all the places women would not want to be taken on a date, right? That went viral. We went over that whole list, right? Restaurants, then big thing, they want to be with Cheesecake Factory. They got a whole list of them. I can't even remember how much restaurants.
I like Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah, it was just ridiculous, right?
They went to the wrong one.
No, the whole concept of that going to wrong Cheesecake Factory, they were just saying that we're above Cheesecake Factory, right? That was that list is places they don't want to go. So they ain't trying to go to Red Lobster. They trying to go to, Ruth Chris Steakhouse and all this kind of nonsense. And so
they hating on the cheddar biscuits. They can't hate on the cheddar biscuits.
Look, I ain't never been to Ruth Chris, so why I'm gonna take you
on a date? You know what I mean? Like, we gotta be realistic. But that goes to what we're talking about tonight, right? These lists have got people into situations to where it's not realistic. You're not preparing yourself realistically for a lot of things in life. So when we're talking about a list, what I'm gonna do, like we always do, y'all, I'm gonna play a video clip. We're gonna talk about it, right? And we're gonna do it, right? So that's what we're gonna tell. Let me go ahead and let me set the stage. Set the stage.
Go ahead, man.
I got it.
You go ahead. I'm gonna eat my Ruth's Chris, whatever.
That's what the queen made. Better than Ruth's Chris. I can't even say it.
Ruth's Chris. It don't matter.
Ruth's Chris,
homemade food. There's nothing like homemade.
Hold on. I'm trying to find my video.
Boy, that boy Chief.
Oh, I missed. Oh, shoot.
Yeah, I saw that too.
All right, here we go. Right.
Life is
y'all
like
quit looking at that. Quit looking at that stuff.
Life was like a what?
I don't know.
Focus on the video. Focus on the video at hand.
Gotcha.
Right, so let me play. I'll play the video and we're gonna talk about it, y'all. All right, here we go.
This one time, I said, let me show y'all how to find the perfect husband. And of course, a room full of ladies. He finna tell me, and they start pulling. Yeah. I said, I need you to make a list of everything that you want him to be. Make a list. Everything I want his credit score to be 850. I want him to be making $200,000 a year. He got to have his own house. I want him to be well groomed. He got to be well rounded. I say, make everything on that list that you want in a person. Do it. Put it all on there, everything, and become the list. See, we're not willing to become the list of what we want. See, you just want a bunch of stuff, but you're not willing to become a bunch of stuff. I told some ladies one time, I said, let me show y'all how to find the perfect husband. And of course, a room full of he finna tell me, and they start pulling. Yeah. I said, I need you to make a list of everything that you want him to be. Make a list. Everything I want his credit score to be 850. I want him to be making $200,000 a year. He got to have his own house. I want him to be well groomed. He got to be well rounded. I say, make everything on that list that you want in a person. Do it. Put it all on there, everything, and become the list. See, we're not willing to become the list of what we want. See, you just want a bunch of stuff, but you're not willing to become a bunch of stuff.
All right. There it is. There it is.
Very nice. Go ahead, Brown.
Right. So that's where we're at right now, y'all. That's the video. And it was kind of crazy because that since we're in the Christmas spirit right now, the Christmas season, coming up, that right there, these lists that you see out here have gotten people into situations. And like he was just saying, and we're gonna comment on this right here. You know, women, and this goes for either way, right? I'm not just that's just not women nowadays. There are men now who have a list of what they want in a woman, right? So that list he's talking about, that's just not what a woman wants in a man, right? That's a lot of men who want that in a woman as well, right? Society is a little different now, right? A lot of women now are very much successful, just as men are successful. And so there are a lot of men who saying, okay, now I want a woman who have an 800 plus credit score, got her own house, got her own money, got her own career, got her own this and got her own that. And he said something that was real powerful in there. He said a lot of people just want a bunch of stuff and a bunch of things, right? Without being those things. And that's a problem with these lists that people have come up with. That's a problem what I'm seeing in society now, when especially come to Christmas, right? Because even growing up as a kid, we will put unrealistic things on the list, right? You know, what I mean by that is mama and daddy never told us how much money we have to spend for Christmas gifts, right? They just told you write what you want on a list. So you had nothing to lose by putting what you want on that list, right? You put everything you want on there. Like he was saying, 800 credit score. That's that, 200,000 a year. That sounds like a Christmas list, right? Put everything you want on there. But what's the real reality of that situation? When Christmas morning came and you had to open up your Christmas gifts, you did not necessarily get everything on your list, right? You didn't get everything on that list because you probably had other siblings, other kids. Even if you was the only child, it depending on what household you was raised in, depends on your mama, depends on how much money they had. You might have got a few things on the list, but you didn't say, man, I got everything on the list. Now, here's why I'm going to respond to this. What was your reaction on Christmas morning when you didn't get everything on that list? How was your attitude? Did you have an attitude of gratitude? Did you still was appreciative that the fact that it's Christmas, you got some gifts under the tree, right? What was the attitude? So now let me correlate that to the list that he's talking about, right?
Right.
You want a man or a woman that has 800 credit score, a man or woman to make 200,000 a year, a man or woman got their own house, got all this stuff. What if you don't get everything on your list? Right? What if you don't get all the things you listed on there? What's acceptable to you on that list? You get what I'm saying? Like in society, what is acceptable to say on my list? I can live with this. I cannot live with this, that, and the other.
Is this a ladies' question or?
It don't matter. It don't matter. Say y'all jump on in.
Oh no, this goes both ways, sir.
Oh, okay. So, ladies first.
My comment on that. I think everybody already has an idea of what they would want in a future, a potential boyfriend, girlfriend, spouse. Okay. I think everybody wants somebody that they're that either they're compatible with, somebody they'll enjoy. And everybody have different reasons for being in a relationship. You have some people who will be in a relationship for money. Some people who will be in a relationship for love. Some people who just want a companion. So everybody have their different reasons for being in a relationship. And they have their, I'll say, stipulations with that. What they can deal with and what they absolutely cannot deal with. And a lot of the things that was listed on there, even though it can sound superficial, I think what Brown was saying in that instance was that person that you want, be that person. If you want to be if you want a person with that credit score or that makes a certain amount per year, can you bring that same thing to the table? Can you be that type of person as well?
Right. Is your credit score? Let's get down. Is your credit score 850?
Right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying?
Are you
Are
making
you making right?
$200,000 a year?
Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
I mean, you're asking for high standards, but are you setting those same standards for yourself? And I think a lot of people kind of take away, are they even ready to be the person that they want?
Right.
Because they may not be in that same predicament. They may not be in that same situation.
And how
So
does that line up with the word? How does that line up with the word of God? That's
well,
the
in
million dollar
anything, you want to
question,
be a
right?
better version of yourself, right? You want to be a better version of yourself, and you want to be a reflection of God. If you're a believer, right? If you're a believer, and either way, even if you're not a believer, either you're a good person or you're a bad person.
Naughty or
And
nice, huh? Okay.
right, naughty or nice, that karma's real. What they say, karma's a you know what, only if you are.
Right. Right. Right.
So my whole thing with it, I think that you definitely want to work on yourself before you get into a relationship or have some stipulations with a person that may not have those things. And don't limit yourself either. Because just because a person doesn't have that status as of yet, okay, don't mean that they can't get there. They can't grow with you.
But that's it right there. Go ahead, Chris. But that's it
Yeah,
right there.
Chris. Okay,
No.
who's next?
No. Everything you said was valid. Here's my question.
Mhm.
At what age do all of these stipulations come
Mm,
into play? Because a lot of that stuff that they're talking about is not a 20-year-old person. It's not a
mm,
21-year-old person. It's not a person fresh out of college.
right.
It's not a person just starting life. So everything that you're asking for, if they're asking all of those things, that's somebody that's been established for a while now. So once again, if you're asking all of that from that person, are you even half of that?
Mm,
Have you lived long enough? Have you been out there doing your thing, trying to
Mm.
accomplish all those things that you wanted?
right.
A lot of that takes a lot of time. So with that being said, why don't you find someone who makes you happy? Why
Mm-hmm.
don't you find someone that brings you peace? Why don't you find someone that has aspirations to have those things
Mm-hmm.
and me at the same time
Right.
right.
and work towards those things? That way you can build something together. It'd be something that the both of you accomplish.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you want just to go and just take from another person?
Right.
That's what it feels like to me. So I look at it like this here. You asked this question, Chi. You said, what was your list? What was your list? Did you get all the things on your list? I was raised in a way of getting the things that I actually needed,
Mm-hmm.
not all those things that I was
That you wanted.
wanting, because all of those things that I was wanting, a lot of times they wouldn't really be. I would lose interest in them because I got it.
Mm,
Mm.
You
Okay.
understand what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
So once
Typical.
you
that's
Right. I
you
powerful.
see what you're
wanted
saying.
something for so long, after a while, once you get it, it's not all that you thought it was going to be. So
Mm,
make sure that you're actually getting the thing that you need.
That
Because
is so true.
here's the thing: seek ye first the kingdom of God.
mm-hmm.
So
That's right.
when I was in need of someone, I first seek God first. I set myself apart and I seek God first. I talk to God about it first.
Mm-hmm.
And then what I did after that is I waited.
Mm,
See, people don't have patience. They want
Mhm.
everything right now. I waited. And then that person came to me without me even looking for her. So, and she just so happened to be everything that I needed. And it turned into everything that I wanted.
Mhm.
Right.
So
Like that.
somebody out there looking
That's
at,
powerful.
man, she gotta look like this. She gotta do this. She looked like that. She was built like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
She brought peace.
Mhm.
Everything that I needed at that time. She was peace in my life. Everything else that I probably would want, she ended up finding my interest and turning herself into those things.
Mhm.
And I did the same thing for her.
Mhm.
So it wasn't a one-sided thing where I got everything that I wanted. Nah, I got everything that I prayed for. That's
But
what
but
I got.
but see, but I'm gonna add on to that because
That's powerful.
you hit a lot of nuggets with that,
Get
Chris.
her.
You dropped a lot of
Remind me of me and you, babe.
yeah. It
Ah!
Yeah.
really is. But and you're right. Both of you guys are right because here's a situation. A lot of times people ask for these things, and like you said, Chris, what is it that you need right now? Because see,
Yeah.
a lot of people, God don't bless a lot of people a lot of things that they ask for. It's because you haven't prepared yourself for it, right?
Right.
Right.
If you can't handle $100, you're not gonna be able to handle $1,000. If you cannot handle $1,000, you're not gonna be able to handle 10,000, 20,000.
Right. Right.
If you can't handle 20,000, you cannot handle 100,000. So
Right.
when we
Mm.
start asking for stuff,
Mhm.
right? You got to be careful what it is you ask for because God will give you. God needs to meet you where your needs are at. See, you want a man or a woman that makes 100,000, 200,000. There's
Mhm.
some stipulations for that you need to understand. If you've ever been with anybody, if you have a friend, a relationship, or anything involved with another person that makes that kind of money, if you know anybody that makes that kind of money,
Mm.
there's some things you have to understand, whether it's just a friend or a relationship or whatever. People who make $100,000 a year or more are not people who just clock out at 5 o'clock and go home.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That
let's
Yeah.
part.
let's
That part.
establish that off the top. They're not
Mhm.
going in at 8 o'clock and clocking in at 8 and clocking out at 5. No matter of fact, most people who make 100,000 or more don't even punch in a clock. Most
Right.
of them.
They're traveling.
They're traveling. They're in positions of managers and directors. There are positions where they are, they're in charge of something, a
Mhm.
project, a team.
Right.
There's a lot to go along with that. So they're
Mhm.
not getting home at 5 o'clock every day. They're getting
Right.
home late. They're traveling, right?
Mhm.
So when you, as a man or a woman, right, as a man, you want a woman that makes 100,000 a year. Guess what? She may not be home every day to help raise these kids, to raise a bunch of children like that.
Right.
That ain't happening. So
Right.
she ain't gonna be able to pick them up at 2 o'clock in school. She may not be there to
Right.
pick them up at daycare. You see
Mhm.
what I'm saying? You're gonna have to pull some weight because of what you ask for. And the
Right.
same thing for a woman, right?
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
You want a man make 100,000 a year, right? Okay. Well,
Mhm.
guess what? If he ain't coming home at 5 o'clock, you got to pick the kids
You
up from
gotta
school.
take
You
care.
got to
You
make
gotta
sure the
handle your
kids
biz.
eating, right? You got to make sure the house is held down because you wanted that lifestyle, right?
Mhm.
You got a nice car outside because he makes 100,000 a year or more.
Right. Right.
Mhm.
So a lot of times when we ask for these lists, like you're saying, we need to ask God for what we need because see, right now you might just need to be with somebody who makes 50,000 a year, so y'all can
Right.
build something up.
Right.
Right? You can start, like Christian said, God gave him Raquel. Raquel is what he needed at that point. My wife,
Mhm.
Christy, she is what I needed at that point
Right.
in my life. And then once you get your needs, the Bible says God will supply all your needs. He
Right.
didn't necessarily say, I'll give you all your wants when you want them. No, he said he could do exceedingly abundantly above all you could ever
All
ask or
things.
think, right? But the first thing he says, seek ye first the kingdom, right? And all these things shall be added.
Get it to you.
So God will
Yeah.
give you your need. He will always supply your needs first, and your needs will go into your wants. And a lot of
Yeah.
people ask for things that they don't even understand. A lot of people ask for stuff, they ask for it because they just think that's what they should be asking for. They don't even
Right.
understand the concept of it. I've had experience. I wanted. I'm into cars.
Oh,
And I
love
went
coffee.
to. My wife will tell you. I had
Yes.
experience. Let me tell somebody some stuff. If you're not aware of some things when it comes to cars, I went to a Mercedes-Benz dealership with some years back, babe. I can't remember what it was. When I went to a dealership. I don't know what it was. I think I was looking at getting a car, but I was thinking about leasing it, and I can't
Okay.
remember what it was. But I went into a dealership, and it was a Mercedes-Benz dealership. So they had a Ferrari, a McLaren, a Ferrari McLaren. Those are the two cars I saw. So
Right.
the guy was like, he's like, hey, it's open. He said, why we try to get some numbers together for you. If you want to sit in there, try to check it out. Okay, cool. But of course, them kind of cars is right either on the showroom floor or right outside. So I
Right.
stepped out there. Let me give you a little nugget that you don't understand about some of these cars. Some of these cars are extremely low to the ground. Number one. Matter of fact, if you get into a McLaren, once you get into the McLaren, it drops even lower to the ground. So if you think you're already low, it's like your butt, you feel like your butt about to touch the concrete of the road.
Right. Yeah.
It sinks you down even lower.
I don't think I like that.
It was
No.
shocking for me, right? I didn't drive the car, but just sitting in it, it was like, man, this is really extra low, right? It was already, the car's already low to the ground. So I'm like, it can be that lower.
Yeah.
I sat in the Ferrari. The steering wheel, I'm 6 feet. I'm a little over 6. I'm like 6'1". The steering wheel will touch my kneecaps. I adjusted the wheel plenty different ways. Adjusted the steering wheel. And my kneecaps still would touch the steering wheel. So I say that to say, if I was sitting here believing God for McLaren or believing God for a Ferrari, and I hadn't even sat in one yet.
Right.
This is why God doesn't give you everything that you want. Because
Right.
see, I would have
Because you sat in it and it was a different
it was
experience.
the experience. Now God bless me with Ferrari. I can't even drive it. My kneecaps
Yeah.
touching the steering wheel. Now I
Right.
spent $200,000 on a car that I
Yeah.
can't even drive. So
Yeah.
here you are with this list of things that you want, and you don't even realize
What
that
comes with
what comes with it. If God was to actually give you that, you'll be miserable. But you want a husband without make $100,000 a year, but you got to take care of all the responsibility of the kids because he's traveling 4 days out the week.
right.
Yeah.
You got a wife who's sitting here who makes $100,000 a year, but she travels 4 or 5 days out the week.
And here's the thing. Here's another thing, babe. Even with me and you. And we always tell our story all the time and everything. Almost gave away my soulmate. Thank you, Lord, for keeping you in my life.
Man, you tripping with that.
I was tripping, babe. I'm so thankful and grateful for you.
He wasn't going nowhere. He was trying to figure out what's behind that
No.
backpack.
Is that what it was?
That's what it was.
No, she tried to hook me up with her girlfriend. I'm talking to her for a whole month.
In my mind.
Listen, Kristen, I'm talking about y'all. Who don't know the story, I'm forgetting the whole story. But if y'all know, if you're talking to somebody for like a month, and me talking about, that first month is crucial.
We were friends.
Yeah, babe, we were cool at first because I was trying to get to know you. I ain't spending 2-3 hours on the phone talking to get you. I'm talking about we just like, oh, hey, how you doing, buddy, pal, hang up. I'm talking about we was on the phone for like a whole month straight, Chris, like 3 hours, 4. Y'all know what I'm talking about. They're 3-4 hour conversations.
Past 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like,
oh, yeah, anything past 1 o'clock, yeah, you invested.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So after a month of that, I'm like, okay, well, cool. Let's go ahead and, let's see what's up. Let me just try to get you know a little better. So when I saw her again, when she tried to set me up with her girlfriend, I was like, maybe I read the room wrong, you know.
She's playing hard to get.
She
just
hard to
wanted
get.
No, I in my mind, I just, as a single mother, I just wanted to raise my kids and not deal with another personality.
I can understand that. I can understand that.
God had another plan.
Especially coming from what you came from.
What I came from.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. It's understandable.
So, God definitely had another plan, because even with your list, babe, you ain't expect to get with a woman that had children.
I sure didn't.
You know,
I lie to you. My list was, but you know, I got there.
I'm sure you had a pristine
I'm glad you brought
list.
that up. I'm glad you brought that up.
See, I wasn't the only one.
Listen, I got
Look,
what I wanted.
Nate said Chiano is most definitely difficult.
Forget Nate. I didn't get. You know what? I need to try to get with Nate. So,
he about to get messy.
I know, right? Listen, there's no joke. My when I first got married to my ex-wife, I had a list, and
a long list,
and she was everything I wanted on that list. I told Christian, I talk about this all the time. I got everything. My ex-wife, I got everything I wanted on a list that I put down.
You thought you wanted.
Well, no. At that time, exactly, right? I thought I wanted that.
At that time.
I want a woman who had a degree and good looking, into sports. I mean, I listed, like, just like Brown said, I listed all that stuff I wanted. And it didn't work because God gave me everything that I wanted, and he didn't give me everything that I need.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And that's what's the difference, because I got what I wanted. Okay? I made his act before I knew. You know what? I'm not sure.
he got that emoji on there, like,
we're not gonna put it. We're gonna focus.
No, you got to put that one on the screen.
I'm not
I'm gonna put it on the screen right now.
Don't put it on the screen. Don't encourage him. Don't encourage him. We're gonna do this podcast the right way. Okay, we're gonna do the podcast the right way and not be distracted by Nate.
Okay. All right.
Okay, great. So we're
already distracted.
Exactly. So when we talk about the list and the things you wanted to list, right? Give me what were you? Oh my gosh! Now, I'm not even putting it.
Send on the link. Send on the link.
We are live on a podcast. Why am I even sending Nate?
Send on the link.
Oh my goodness!
because Nate is good TV.
Nate is crazy.
You and Nate have history.
I don't want to deal with Nate.
That's very interesting.
Nate is crazy. Y'all don't know Nate like I know.
And for anybody out there wondering, yes, Chris, I am eating while we're on a live podcast.
Yes.
Because my wife, she put it down.
She put that concoction together.
I can't not eat it.
We need to go over there. You got leftovers?
I'm gonna eat those.
Yeah. As you should.
I don't know why you know what? I don't know why I don't even why I listen to y'all. I sent him the link. I don't know why you couldn't get on here. I'm so
proud of you, because that's your brother.
I know it's my brother. That's my point. Why do I want my brother from another mother on here?
Because it's not what you want, brother. It's what you need.
What you need.
Kingfish said it. He said it. Knock it out the park.
Oh man, walk into that one.
What you need, my brother.
What you want is what you need.
It's what you need. That's why you got me here, cuz.
Right.
That's why you got me here.
The other brother from another mother.
So I didn't get Quad on here too. I didn't call Quad again. Oh my
I know,
goodness.
right?
Here he is. Look, here go Nate, y'all. I don't know why I'm about to do this.
There you go.
Hey.
Nate the Great.
Crispy Cristacular. Yeah. What up, fish? What up? What's the deal, man?
Kiss Kim for me.
Nate,
I'm sending Kim a kiss to Knoxville. Mwah.
That was
Which Kim we like? No, Nate on the other
Can we? Yeah, of course. You're such a hater. How was I just got on here? You already being a hater
I'm just
for
saying.
real.
You know,
Can we like? We don't
Kim?
like you, Nate. Even though we knew you first, but we don't like
I
you.
don't know. Like we talking about the
You know,
list.
what does that even sound like?
The question is,
Y'all do y'all thing.
Kim did everything she wanted on her list when she got Nate. That's the whole question here.
She got what she She got what she needed. Shut up.
Did she?
She did.
She know it.
Hey, she's still there.
She's exactly. She got exactly what she needed.
Because somebody there don't mean they got everything on their list.
Happy wife.
Oh yeah.
Look here. This they ain't Will and Jada. They not Will and Jada.
Hello. And this is not red table talk. I don't do entanglements. Right? I don't do
Will
entanglements.
can't leave. He can't do that.
Hey, but real talk though, yeah, she right though. She like I always tell this story because of the type of relationships that I have had in the past. She was when she found out I was getting married, it was like, nah, I got to see this, nah, because of all the negative, negativity that I've had to deal with. You know what I mean? I've had some pretty bad. I went through multiple toes to get what I have, like multiple toes. And I'm talking about toes like. And most people are like, you was out there doing, and I wasn't doing nothing, just trying to, just be loving and, just be loyal, and they just wasn't feeling it. A lot of them, honestly, real talk, a lot of them that didn't work out, a lot of them based my worth on what I had in my bank account, and that's just real talk.
Well, that's
they base your worth on your network. Yeah,
yeah, and that's honestly, and I laugh at it now because. Now that things are where they are, I'm just like, shit, I'm so much further ahead than I am at the time. If you had just but they wasn't for me. You know what I mean?
Right.
So they wasn't for me, and it wasn't for my path. So it is what it is.
Right. But it wasn't necessarily just that. A lot of people have unrealistic time frames on the expectations of the things they really want. They don't understand the concept of work. Like somebody that makes $100,000 a year. Then start off just making $100,000 a year, right?
Facts.
You got They started off about 50, went to 50 to 75, 75 to 85. You see what I'm saying? It was a gradual thing, and that was the whole thing.
Look at this, man. You get you a brother out there that's gonna make some toast. You feel me? You know what I mean?
Hey,
right here.
Get your brother that's gonna be out there making some toast, man.
That's right.
That brother in the kitchen.
Yes.
He in the kitchen.
He doing
you know what I'm saying?
Getting my snack on.
Y'all gotta understand something, man. We showing y'all things tonight, man. I'm over here eating my goodness, and he over there.
Why
he
are you on this podcast making toast? You talking about?
And he got some jam.
It's on the list.
Look, no sugar added. Look at that. I'm eating heavy. No sugar added. Look at that.
Oh man, this boy.
We're talking about what's on the list of life.
On his list is health, brother.
Hello, on my list is being around, trying to outlive my wife.
It is. You know what I'm saying?
Or trying to live with her.
Trying to live. It's right, Chrissy. I'm living with her and trying to outlive. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Christy. Yeah,
it's something that it's something that it's something that Nate was saying, man. As far as like with that network, he's talking about, and I am one that believes, and I kind of came into this later in life.
We don't need you to put it on jam on there. Just put the
go and put the jam on there, brother. Because ain't
nobody. Hey, Fish. Ain't nobody listening to Chiano.
Brother, we eating tonight,
right?
And the people listen gonna get fed too.
Exactly. Look, we feeding your mind, we feeding your ears, and we feeding our bellies.
There it is, man. There it is.
Babe, why are you laughing? Why?
Chi.
This is the whole thing. Why are you encouraging them?
It's just so interesting.
Chi, you gotta understand, brother. Don't fight it. Just let it happen.
Just let it happen. Yeah.
Babe,
just let it happen. You don't understand the greatness that's happening right now.
I'll fix you some toast, honey bunny.
I don't even want toast. I have no. That's not on my list.
She gonna make that toast for you, dude.
Make that. Make that toast for Chi. You
gonna eat that toast.
Hey, yo, Fish. Remember how in school, when he was in school, you little boys, and you would hit a girl because you like and everything. she be hating because he really be wanting it. He be like, I want some toast, but I can't let them know that I want some toast. I
I
get
was
it.
reading
It's
what
okay.
Toast.
It's
Like,
all right.
hey, I was reading what Sharonda was what she was just saying, and for some reason I don't know why I thought she was talking about Nate's hair. I didn't know. I didn't know.
Wait,
you
I was
are
like,
the
where's
wait a
she
minute.
going with this?
Hold up.
She said, look at that hair.
she said,
Wow.
you are absolutely gorgeous, Christy. So
Yes, you
I
I'm
didn't
are.
get to
literally
that part
saying,
yet.
That's my
I didn't get to
sis.
that
That's my
part
sis.
yet.
Hair
I just
looking
thought, look
messy
at that
right
hair.
now.
I was like,
Thank
okay.
you, boo.
Hey, Chris, because Christy, you are Chris. You know what? Because you're Christacular. That's why.
oh,
That is.
Nate the Great.
Christacular.
no,
Christy
no,
Christacular.
it's not Nathan Great. It's Nate.
See, see, this is what we needed tonight, bro.
No,
We
it's
needed
Yeah.
not.
this.
It's not.
We
I'm
needed this,
sure of
man.
it.
Yeah.
It's not what
I'm
we
sure.
asked for, but it's what we got. We
It's
needed
Hello.
not
this.
what we wanted. It's definitely
Yes.
It's
not
it's
what
what
we
you
want.
needed.
It's
It's
what you
not what
needed,
I
bro.
needed either.
You
It's
need.
what
Hey,
you
man, have some toast.
With
I'm
some
a toast kind
jam.
of
With
guy.
some jam. Oh,
Yeah.
jam.
So the
Ah,
list, going back to the topic at hand, which is
the
the
list.
No,
list.
so
The list.
what I was saying was
Go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, go
the
ahead.
thing that I started kind of incorporating together and really thinking on is peace and prosperity.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I
Hmm.
think the two go hand in hand. And I don't believe, prosperity is mainly just money. You know what I mean? I believe is growth
Hmm.
and being able to build a stable uh foundation with someone, and everything that we're talking about,
Hmm.
because having all those different things and all those, yeah, you want this, you want this, you want this, you want this, and a lot of those people that have all those things are not happy. They might
Right.
look happy because they have to keep up with the appearance of being happy, but they're really not. You know what I mean? Because yeah, yeah, you gain the whole world, but you lose your soul. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
You're absolutely right, man. And I think to add on to what you're saying, Chris, it's what people don't understand is when God give you the person that you need in your life goes to different levels. Steve Harvey was
Yeah.
saying that too. He was talking
It does.
about. He said that too. He said you can't find a man who has been completely successful in his life while having some kind of a woman
Hmm.
along the way with that, whether it's their mom,
Somewhere
their
in there, yeah.
spouse,
Hmm.
their mother, a spouse, some woman had to incorporate that level that he needed to put him on the top. There's no way you can't find a successful man anywhere that have gotten where he's gotten to that level without some female influence,
Some
guidance,
ain't,
somewhere
Hmm.
along the way. She had to help him get
yeah.
him. You can't.
And sometime even if it's in a negative way, it, some even if it's to a place to where, man, look, she downed me so much, she belittled me so much, man, it just made me want to make sure that I did not marry something like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? It made me want to push
Mm.
hard and work harder to get away from that type thing. It goes both ways. You can have a woman that, well, we always talk about it. Women have daddy issues and different
Right.
things like
Right.
that, or they come from a place where maybe there was an abusive father, or all that kind of stuff.
Mm.
Sometimes they go into the same thing that they actually was trying to run from,
Hmm.
or they would do a total 180 and go towards something that's a solid foundation. They would go from a person that was an abuser to a person
Right.
that's a protector.
Right.
You know what I
Mm.
Exactly.
mean? It's that thing. You know what I mean? But what you said earlier is straight facts. You have to fix. You have to fix you.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot go into another situation and you're straight up broken. I made it a point that before starting a relationship with my wife, that I was healed from everything that I was going through. I went through a depression for about 3 years,
Mm.
and that's not. I'm blessed to still be here. I'm blessed that I did not, that I was.
Mm.
I'm blessed that I was.
Right. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Wouldn't have never known that you've been through that, Chris. Wouldn't have
Right.
never known that you've been through
You see
that.
what I'm saying? And that's what I'm
Knowing you
talking
today.
about. You know? When you got people that have been through
Yeah.
some things in their life
Mm-hmm.
and you understand, you see what I'm saying? That's the power of this thing, man.
Mm-hmm.
Having the right person, the right people connected to your life, having the right situations. This is the stuff that what we talking about is not somebody make 200,000 a year, not somebody who got a nice house and a nice car and a nice career. And I think people miss the simple things in life, man. It's mental health. Make sure you got peace in your life. Make sure you surrounded by the right things and right situations. Having peace in your, like those are the things that most people on the list never put those things on there. They never.
And see, how did
Most
you get
people on the
through it
list
though,
don't
Chris?
put all
How
that
did you
stuff.
get through it before,
That's God, man.
committing
That's
to
The
God.
your
grace of God, man. The grace of
That's
God.
God. That's
mm-hmm.
God. It's no one else but Him, because without having the kind of foundation, being raised, um, to actually know that if I can't talk to anyone, I can still go to God with it.
Mm.
That's something that was established early in my life. So to be able to know that I can do that, that's the only reason why I'm still here.
I'm telling you,
That's the
man.
only reason why I'm still here. So
Mm.
knowing at an early life, at an early time in my life, that I know I needed peace. I needed to be able to see something good. I needed to be able to see good in people when I
Mm-hmm.
couldn't even see it in myself.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Every day going and looking in the mirror and hating everything that I see. You know what I mean? Not really knowing how to function,
Mm-hmm.
knowing how to getting up was a chore every day.
Right.
You
And
know
you
what I'm
see that
saying?
right there?
So
A chore and a choice.
There it is.
eh,
Right.
yeah. So it was just
Mm.
But see right there, Chris, a lot of people, what you did, a lot of people don't do. See, you said I knew there's certain areas in my life that was broken. I need to get fixed. But a lot of people are not honest with themselves, man. They get in these relationships with
Mm-hmm.
people knowing that you're broken,
Mm-hmm.
knowing that you got a lot of issues in here. And
right,
instead of addressing those issues, you start gaslighting like that person is the problem, right? Well, you the problem, you the reason why. And then a lot of times you don't even realize it. You can easily start putting your issues off on somebody else and don't even realize it. And, all of a sudden, I don't even realize you're the common denominator, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that's the problem. A lot of people are not patient enough and mature enough to understand if I'm gonna be with somebody, here's
Mm-hmm.
the deal. If you're gonna get married, let's just be straight up. Going back to what Chris saying, what Nate's saying, even what my wife and I always say when we talk
Mm-hmm.
about things, marriage ain't for everybody. You see what I'm saying? So, but
It's
here's the
not.
deal: every relationship that you ever get into, the end goal, there's an end goal to everything, right? The end goal, if you're in a relationship, should be companionship, marriage, whatever. That should be
Mm-hmm.
an end goal. Like you don't go to school just to go to school. You go to school and the end result is what? To get some kind of diploma or degree or something, right? That's why you go. There's just a level of achievement in life, right? So when
yeah,
you're in a dating or you make these lists of things that you want in a person or things
Mm-hmm.
that you want in life or things that you're aiming for, you have to have the mindset to understand that if I'm going down this road and this is what I want, don't play with it. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't going for marriage, just date. Date occasionally, casually, go mess around, but don't marry somebody and you know that, you know, women do this and men do this too. They marry for money and they marry for status. They get with people with these, you know, for lifestyles and all this other stuff. You playing with people's lives. Y'all quit playing with people's lives out here. This stuff is real.
There's some people very honest. Go ahead.
No, as a matter of fact, I had a friend of mine. He was married to his wife, and they married for money. He was an engineer, and she was going to be a dentist. And first thing he told me is like, we got married because I knew we could make a lot of money together. It's gonna have a whole bunch of money. So why not? Had kids and everything, but it didn't last because he ended up, you know, leaving her for somebody else that didn't do what she did or didn't make. Hold on, I'm sorry. My dog here is in my face.
There
you move. Both of them in my face. Yeah.
You're like, who you talking to?
Exactly, both of them. Look, you want to get on the camera here? Otis and Jolie. Meet Otis and Jolie. There you go, right there.
Otis, hi Jolie.
There's Jolie right there, and there's Otis right there. Hey,
your fur baby. Baby.
I was in the middle of my thought. I'm like, for real? But and he straight up told me and everything, and I was like, wow. But people do it all the time. That's social capital. That's status. All, you know, because again, it's like society, unfortunately, a small minority has been given the majority of the voice, and they push this whole idea of materialism. And unless you have, like you say, a certain status, or unless you have certain things, then you're not important. You know, it's no longer about who you are. It's no longer about what's inside. It's everything's external. And it's just sad. You have so many people out here just wilding and just really trying to shoot for these unrealistic ideals of what normalcy is. And I really don't understand how people are still so, with everything that we have out here now, superficial, are so just consumed with trying to live the lifestyle of a black entertainer, not understanding where the whole idea of entertainment is not real. It's a fantasy. This is not reality. Right. But you're trying to live up to something like that. And I'm like, it just doesn't make sense to me at all. You know, and I'm talking about people with these higher level degrees and, you know, all this education. It's like, but when you get to this, you're like, you're just dumb. You know what I mean? Like, real talk.
Right.
People have gotten so tired of working a 9-to-5 jobs, start doing the same thing, the mundane, over and over again, that they've been like bamboozled or hoodwinked to think of things that we know growing up. Like, we go to the movies, we know that's the movie, right? That's not real, right? Not to say that we can always correlate life situations to a movie, kind of, but we all have to be. It don't take a rocket science to understand that that's not real. You know what I'm saying? That lifestyle is not real. Beverly Hills is a place, and I've had people I've met a couple people that live there. They say it's not even real what they do day in and day out. Like, Beverly Hills is Beverly Hills, right?
But you still find people there who are going through depression.
But I'm saying is that
they're not happy.
Right. But that's what I'm saying though. Like, if I'm in Hollywood, I expect there gonna be a lot of fake, a lot of movies, a lot of other stuff, because I'm living in Hollywood. Right. You live in Texas, New York, you live in certain cities, man. You got to understand that most people gonna get up and take their behind and work every day. Yeah. You got to get up and say, if you marry somebody, guess what? This ain't Burger King. You ain't gonna never have it every way your way. It's never gonna happen that way, right? So when you have these lists and you have these people that have this superficial mindset, what blows my mind even more so, like Nate's saying, is that there are people who are throwing away 10, 15, 20 years of marriage and companionships. That, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what Kyle went through.
Because they married for the wrong reasons.
Not even the wrong reasons. They were just fine, but society has created a superficial way that you see stuff on social media now and you start believing it. Like, we could watch a movie and then believe it. It'd be like, okay, that's a movie. We good. I'm going home. They start living it now.
It's something I shared just today, and it, you know, talking about. I sent that to y'all. You know, the guy that was speaking on the reality shows and stuff like that.
Okay.
And I said, you know what? The problem is the love of money, status, and the ability to make fake the new real.
Mm.
That's
It
a
is.
problem.
It is.
That's
Mm.
a problem
No, you're right. No, you absolutely right.
Mm-hmm.
because
It's a
you
small minority that has the loud that has the voices. I mean,
It
it's
is,
just
man.
and the reason I guess I can come from another perspective because I have a son in the entertainment industry. I
Yep.
worked in the
Yep.
entertainment industry.
Yep.
So I'm like, it's not real. Those
Right.
cars,
right,
that's leased. That house is not his
right,
house. You know what I
right.
mean? The money he ain't making. They're not making that money. I'm telling you, they're not making that money. I
Matter of
can
fact,
show
Yeah,
you they're not
I,
making that money.
I'm gonna show
You know what
y'all
I
something.
mean? It's all a lot.
He
People do
came
that.
out and said,
A lot of these actors, man. A lot of these actors living off are in debt. A
mm,
lot of them.
Yeah.
Everything is
Watch
credit.
watch this. Hey, I'm gonna play this clip. Just hold that thought right there, Nate. I'm gonna show you something. So if y'all don't believe it,
It's
what Nate saying is real, watch this. I got a clip just for
somebody
you to
said,
see.
it's clip
Watch
time.
this.
Clip time.
All right, watch this.
another
Put
clip.
on the clip.
Hey,
Put
make
on the
sure
clip.
you ain't exposing something else now
Right.
So,
Put
that we
on the
saw
clip.
and
earlier.
then on top of it, what Paramount did, instead of putting my name as Terrence Howard performing the songs, they put performed by DJ. Well, they own DJ. So guess what? The performance royalties went to Paramount. They went,
Wait a minute.
We're
They didn't go to
billions.
Terrence Howard. They
made
went to
$12,000. That's all I ever made from Hustle and Flow. Everything else went right back into Paramount. So now I got to sue Paramount or send them a letter.
Are you serious?
I got to send them a letter to say, hey, you guys owe me about 20 years worth of residuals and performance royalties. But I didn't know. I was just trying to pay my rent then. I made $6,000 doing Crash. Crash didn't.
I remember the movie Crash. Yes, that's right. That's right.
The business don't pay actors anything. That's why the strike is going on. Actors are struggling.
As you and I were kind of joking earlier, it's hard out here for a pimp.
Yeah, it is hard unless you do it right. I want to get rid of the unions. SAG has done nothing. Check this out. I made $12,000 for doing Hustle and Flow. And then on top of it, what Paramount did, instead of putting my name as Terrence Howard performing the songs, they put performed by DJ. Well, they own DJ. So guess what? The performance royalties went to Paramount. They went,
Wait a minute. They didn't go to Terrence Howard. They went to
$12,000. That's all I ever made from Hustle and Flow. Everything else went right back into Paramount. So now I got to sue Paramount or send them a letter.
Are you serious?
I got to send them a letter to say, hey, you guys owe me about 20 years worth of residuals and performance royalties. But I didn't know. I was just trying to pay my rent then. I made $6,000 doing Crash. Crash didn't.
I remember the movie Crash. Yes, that's right. That's right.
The business don't pay actors anything. That's why the strike is going on. Actors are struggling.
As you and I were kind of joking earlier, it's hard out here for a pimp.
Yeah, it is hard.
All right, there it is.
Yeah, I mean he telling the truth, but you know, again, with him saying, okay, performed by DJ, not Terrence Howard, but see, now here's a clip on that. Here's the thing on that one. When he signed, like you said, when he signed that, he was just trying to pay his rent. So technically, I guarantee you, in that contract that he signed, it said that in there. I put money on.
Right.
But again, I'm just trying to pay my rent. I'm just trying to get on. I'm just trying to. So it's kind of like going to buy a car. You never go buy a car when you need to buy a car. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Perfect.
You never go buy a car when you need to buy a car.
Right.
You go take what you go take. You go get what? Can you two? Really, you two? I'm up here making a point. Y'all want to sit and play on me? God, I'm sorry.
You get a high interest rate.
Baby.
I know. Shut up, Jolie. So listen. So what I'm saying is that you have to be sure. But yeah, Hollywood. I'm telling you, it looks like it's a building. There's nothing but a card. It's nothing but a cardboard cutout, and behind it is nothing. You go visit like your Universal Studios and things like that, and they take you to those sets and all that. And what happens is that in the front looks like a full building. You open it up, it ain't nothing inside of it, and that's just kind of like it's just there for show.
Watch this. And watch this. That's a reflection of the people who watch this stuff. The people that say
Yeah.
they're very superficial. So they look good on the outside. They have nothing on the inside. So those are the people that you sitting here, you wanting. She thick, she fine, he cut, he muscled up, or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Or what you this is what you asking for, but then you get it. It's superficial because it's not real. You know what I mean? There's no substance behind it.
You get
And then all of
everything
a
that
sudden,
comes along with
you
that.
get
right?
everything that you want. Is not what you
Mhm.
need. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's what we're
It's
talking about. You get everything you want, but it ain't what you really
Not what you
need.
need. Nah.
because
Mhm.
it's
Right?
something that y'all didn't. It's a lot of times it's because it's something that y'all didn't build together.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all didn't take the
Mm,
time. Y'all didn't take the time to learn each other. Y'all didn't take the time
right.
to
That's
find
true.
out what are you good at.
Mm,
What's
Right.
what's your not your dreams, but what kind of ideas do you have? You know what I
mhm.
mean? What are you striving
What are
to
you
do?
passionate about?
What are you passionate about? And how can that how can you turn your passion into you know your purpose?
Mm,
A lot of people don't know that. You know what I mean? That they have a purpose about something, but it's not
Mm-hmm.
that passion. So it never really does the things
But
that
right.
they want. But
mhm.
if you can take a passion of yours and turn it into a purpose, that
But
means you
see,
really took time and studied and
that's it,
applied
Chris.
yourself towards that thing.
And that's
So,
it.
and
Mhm.
even in a relationship, man,
Mm-hmm.
even in a relationship, relationships are work. It's
Yeah.
work.
That's what people
It ain't
don't want to do. That's what that when
nah.
they see them
It's
list, they want. I watch them gold digger pranks, right, on YouTube and stuff. That's my little thing I like to
yeah,
watch.
Yeah. It is.
And but it's just a
I'm like,
reflection of
why?
how some of these females wear some of the things they wear, some of the things that they portray. It's not far fetched because they don't even hide it. People in society nowadays don't even hide it anymore, right? They didn't
Mm-hmm.
let it
yeah,
be known. Like, I just want the money. Like, I want you because
Mm-hmm.
you got money. And the whole thing
Mhm.
about the skits that I watch about it, they want the same dude who, and in the skits, they don't even dress up. They wear
Mm,
whatever, you know what I'm saying? And they
yeah,
just act like
yeah,
whatever. And
mhm.
they'll come up to him, be real cool with him, and the
Mm-hmm.
minute they'll tell them all the wrong things. Oh, I'm not interested in you. You ain't my type. I've heard one chick told a dude, she don't speak English. She was Dominican. She was
Mm-hmm.
like, I don't speak English. The minute that fool stepped to his Lambo truck, now since she come running back. He was like, I thought you would speak English. He's like, well, yeah,
right,
I speak a little. She's speaking fluent English now. Now she want to get in the
Uh,
yeah,
truck. Now she want to, but I'm saying it's
uh,
just reflection of
uh,
society.
uh.
People just lie now about everything for status and for purpose, and that's their purpose
yeah,
now. If the purpose ain't to be creative anymore now. The purpose now
Mhm.
is if you have money, I want some of your money. I want to do what you're doing. Whatever you're doing, I want to do that because I want to get this money. I want to get my
and
bag. I want to get my, whatever it is.
yeah,
That's all people do now. It's not about building something anymore. People don't believe in that. Some of the music
Right.
now is all about what? It ain't about being creative, right? I think
Mhm.
Andre 3000 was talking about that. People just people just come up with a group, with an artist, and they just throw the hottest person that's out there now. Just throw Drake on a song, or they throw whoever on a song, and then all of a sudden that song got 1 billion streams or whatever. It ain't
Have a nice
creative.
beat.
yeah.
You
Have
know
a
what
nice
I'm saying?
beat to it.
Remember when
Some
Alicia Keys
some
used to play the piano? You know what I'm saying?
man,
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
People
the
used to
some
play instruments. How many of us
some
play
some of
instruments? You know what I'm saying?
some of the best albums back in the day didn't even have a feature on it.
The feature, you see
It
what I'm
sure
saying?
didn't.
Like
It
people,
sure didn't.
right, right. And that's what
You know what I
everything
mean?
now has to
It's
have a
so
feature.
Didn't need that.
you wasn't able to establish something on your own, and that's kind of where we going with this. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And
And it's
we look at the
trickling
whole
down.
that we look at the dynamic with the male and female thing. I said it once before on here. A woman's come up is wearing less and less. A man's come up is wearing more. That's how he attract what he he got to dress the part. He got to dress up. He got to put it on. He got to be showing more in order to get what he feel like he wants.
Right.
Well, he's getting what he want. He's not getting what he needs. And a female will mess around and wear less and be able to showing more of herself and to attract what she thinks she wants.
What she thinks
but
she
it's
wants.
not
Hollywood,
what she
right? That's
needs.
what Nate was just saying. Hollywood, right? She looks good on the outside and no substance on the inside.
Trash on the inside.
No substance, no depth, no
depth,
anything.
nothing.
You just, it's like it's like you just a box with nothing.
Can't
in
hold
it.
a conversation.
Like,
Can't hold a conversation.
Hey, there's
gotta
some
hold a
smart,
conversation.
beautiful women out here.
I mean, no, I'm not just sticking on the female. I'm talking about in general.
Dudes too.
You can't hold a conversation. Can you get on the phone and talk? It's just what you said earlier, Chief. You spent hours on the phone. How can
talking?
Man, bro, that was our game back in the day.
Yeah.
Right.
Our game was
you hang up.
Yeah. Hey, remember this? Hey, tell me I'm not lying. There are people you would literally call, right? You would call them on their phone. They won't answer their phone. They'll tell you, just text me. You know,
yes.
I don't like that.
Like if
I don't want to text.
You at work
I'm not
or
a
in a
texting
meeting.
person.
I'm talking about at night. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about. I ain't talking you in a meeting or you got something going on. You're like, hey, I'm in the middle of something. Send me a text. They will literally tell you, I don't want to talk on the phone. Just text.
It was everything back in the day. To be around about 9 o'clock at night. It's about 9 o'clock at night, man. You done already took a good shower and ate and everything.
Yeah,
and
right.
You fizz go in there. You gonna pick that one. You gonna call and you gonna holler at that night. And y'all gonna fall asleep on the phone. Y'all gonna fall asleep on the phone together.
You can't.
You know what I mean?
Those were the days.
Yeah, those were the days.
Those were the days.
And if you was cheap, you had to wait till after 9 anyway, because you had them free minutes.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? If you ain't had that landline.
Well, it's like you say, no one has unfortunately we've gotten away from having, interpersonal skills, man. You can't communicate. It's like I can't talk to you. It's easier to hide behind the keyboard. It's easy. Like I told this woman straight up, I'm like, look here, here's the deal. Sending me a text, honestly, when you have my phone number, it in my opinion means that you don't care. I'm just gonna be completely honest with you. And I say that because to me, texting me, especially on a special day, is less personal than picking the phone call. Anyone, and Chi will tell you this. Any of my friends on their birthday, what will I do, Chi?
Pick up the phone.
I pick up the phone and I call you. Hey, because you know what? I'm telling you, hey, you matter. You know what I mean? You matter enough for me to take this time out to pick up the phone and give you a call.
Yeah.
I can be sitting here watching TV and just text you, you know what I mean? And it doesn't interrupt whatever else I'm doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I called Chi on his 52nd birthday. I called him.
I'm not 52. I'm not.
My fault. My fault.
That was foreshadowing. That was a
Yeah, I'm gonna call you on your 52nd.
Right. Half a century plus 2.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But I called him on that big.
People, I appreciate y'all hitting me on my birthday, man. I love y'all for that. Thank you. I forgot to even say it in the beginning, man. I forgot to thank all the people that really hit me up. I love y'all. Even those that a lot of people send messages and stuff.
God always.
I'm just very blessed, very honored that that have. I got a lot of I got family in my life. I don't have like best friends and stuff. I got brothers in my life. You know what I'm saying? I got people that I've known that we don't put in 10 plus years in my 15 plus years rocking with me. You know what I'm saying? 20 years in the game. That's family at that point. You ain't just somebody I done met down the street. And even if there are people who are still close to me that it ain't been 20, but you put in 15, you put in 10. Right. You know what I'm saying? But that's substance. That's what we're talking about. There are people nowadays that they don't get phone numbers. Like this generation, can I get your Instagram? What did you?
Right.
That's
Yeah.
not even
Here's
real.
my here's my
Instagram.
Instagram. I'm like, mm-mm.
I don't
And
even.
that's why I'm
Yeah.
saying
See.
I'm
What
not
we
built I'm
doing?
not built for this dude dating. I'm not. I straight up said if anything, unfortunately, if anything ever happened to my wife, unfortunately, I'm a
Be
hermit. I'm
alone.
good.
Yep. Yep.
I'm
Man,
just real
You know,
talk.
it's
I'm
so
not
funny,
playing them
man.
games.
I told
like
Chrissy
I
the
ain't got
same thing.
time.
I told her, I said,
I,
"Ain't damn you, but I'm good because I can't
yeah,
function out here with that.
I told Chi the same thing. I
I
was like,
can't function with
Yeah,
nah,
that.
I can't do it.
I
nah.
Can't
can't
do
do it, man. It's like this
Come on.
here, man. I can't.
And maturity does not come with age either. I'm gonna tell you that
No,
now.
Mm-mm.
There's
I
No.
don't. Me personally, I don't see anybody past my wife. You know what I
right,
mean?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
right.
yeah.
It's like, man, what we have and what
You
we
can't.
built
Mm,
over these years, I can't see that with nobody.
So
How after
no,
25 years of being with somebody, how
how you
easy
start
is
over? You know what I mean?
woo,
Like I don't know how people
but
do that.
how can you tell somebody else you love them?
25 years. I love it.
How can you
I
tell
mean,
somebody else you love them honestly? How can you really
man, after
go out
about
and
50,
say,
I
hey,
can't do it, man.
No,
you know what I mean?
Unless you just have, unless you
I
have,
got
but again, it goes back to why you married that person. There's people who got married for the
right,
wrong reasons, and
Bro,
this is the worst thing you could ever do. Don't stay with somebody because y'all just had children. There are
right.
people who stay with
yeah,
somebody. I see, man, I've seen it so many
I
times where
married
people,
the person I can't live without.
and that's the
That's
key. That's the key.
what it
And there
is.
are people
I
who will
do
stay in a
not want to live
relationship.
without.
Right. There are people who stay in a relationship just for the kids. And the minute them kids finish high school, they
Yep.
get to college, and them parents become empty nesters, like we say, they go get a
right.
divorce. And you messing up your
And
kids
you're
because
like, what just happened?
they're like, mom and dad getting a divorce. What you talking about? I know I'm 18 years old,
I,
I'm in
I
college. I'm like, what happened? They
you
didn't
know
want
you
to be together.
you
He don't
you
want
know
to
you
pay child
found
support, so he stayed there. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
you found the one that you needed when every hour you think of that person.
Yep.
Mm,
You know what I
I've
mean?
been there.
that's
I've
Regardless of
been there.
everything
I'm doing that now.
you're going through, everything
yeah.
you're doing,
Right
every
now.
I don't care what about your
Right now. I'm
busy
thinking about my
day or
wife when I
whatever.
get off of this. When I get off of here, I'm thinking
That's
about
and see that's the thing. And when you find somebody
it. So silly, man. So silly, man.
when you find somebody like that, man, it is different. You know what I
It
mean? It
is.
hit
It
different.
That's
is.
it. They hit
It is.
different. That's
It
true.
really does hit different. You know what I'm
It
saying?
really does.
And it make you. I I can't stand the thought of disappointing her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it makes you it makes you push
Wow,
forward
that's
to some
powerful.
things, man. It just
Yeah.
with the right woman will make you any man out here who's single, when you the right woman, man, it's something about her having your back, being by your side, pushing you,
Mm,
loving you. Like my wife, I tell her all the time, like my wife taught me, I didn't know what love was until I met my wife. You know what
that's
I'm saying?
it.
I've been in love before. You know what I'm saying? I had people love me and I love them back, but I didn't know what love really was until I met her. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know how to work money until I met my wife. My wife would put budgets and put things in place, and she'd be like, "Okay, if you pay your car note for she would take your income tax check and pay your whole car note for the year." Like that was for me a foreign concept. I was so accustomed to paying it every month. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe pay 1 month ahead, if that. That whole concept never even occurred to me. And I'm gonna give
Right.
you an
Right.
example how the right person in your life can help you in levels and take you to places. That's what you need to start looking for. Get the person that has intangibles in your life, not the person who got to get $200,000 a year. Get the person that okay, right now they might be making 50,000 a year, but you know what they're doing? They working on their craft and they working on their skill set, and they got a business plan and they got some stuff they're working on. Guess what? You take somebody at 20,000 a year, they'll surpass that person making 200,000 a year, because when you come in, it's biblical. The Bible says one can move 1,000, two can move 10,000. There's power in
Right.
agreement. I don't care what you say. You get an agreement with somebody that you in love with, and y'all work together as a team, things start taking off in your life. I promise you.
Yeah, buddy. Man, look,
Mm,
I found me a dime piece that brought peace.
There it is.
I like that. I like
That's
that.
That's what I did.
Put that on a
Fine.
shirt. Put that on a shirt.
Man, look,
Put that on a t-shirt.
my dime piece is peace.
Brought peace.
It's peace.
You know
Look,
what I mean?
look what I got over
and-
there. Peace.
Yeah, peace. There it is.
I'm telling you.
And
they
look,
like it. I don't care
and
what
I
it is.
will say this, you know, man, I didn't mean to go there tonight like that, but
No, go ahead. No.
it certain things. Yeah, I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Because when certain things hit, I've been teaching myself to not hold stuff in and just kind of let it
go.
flow.
Yeah. As men, we need to
Let
do
it
that. We
go.
do a show on that, man. That's another thing too. We're gonna do
Yeah.
a whole show on that, man. We as men, that's another thing I'm working on 2024, man. We're getting a lot of men together and have a platform where we could just voice how we feeling about life and things and be free to understand. A lot of women need to understand this too about a man you with.
Mhm.
I'm telling you, there's a lot of things he's going through. He just ain't telling you because he's trying to fight through it, figure it out, put some things together. And he don't want to disappoint you. He don't want you worrying. He don't want you thinking of this, that, and the other. But I'm telling you, there's some stuff that I think we as men need to educate a lot of women about. I think a lot of things too. We need to have a platform, man, a place where we could just air out, man. You know what, man? I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to get this going, bro. Man, you know what I'm saying? I just need y'all to pray for me. I didn't need y'all to, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes just uplifting, have another brother, man, like, man, hey, man, I've been there, bro. I'm telling you this, that, and the other, man. Hey, hold on tight. This you in the right place. You almost there. You're gonna feel this way. You're gonna go through this. You know what I'm saying? I know how you feel. I can relate to how you're doing things. You gotta have a platform for all that, man. You really do.
And I think everybody on here has been through some form of depression or some form
Trauma.
Trauma. Yes.
I mean, black people go through trauma every day. As soon as we come out the womb, we're introduced to trauma. So I mean, that's just something that we just have to discuss. And again, kind of like you said, having a safe place to that conversation. Yeah. Unfortunately, I mean, I can't speak for anyone else, but I know we growing up, you know, you having feelings or showing any level of empathy or something like that, you consider you had women that was like, oh, you too sensitive, or you this, or you that. So what we do, we take it, we suppress it, we put it away. And that's
you didn't show it, Chi. You didn't show it tonight. You didn't show it tonight. The one I sent you, you didn't show it tonight.
Yeah, I couldn't pull it up. I was trying to pull it. Yeah, I might have given you. I'm gonna send another way to pull it up. So I was like,
it's all good.
The one he sent in the group, the one he sent me, it was on the one sent on Facebook, wasn't it?
The one basically is Caleb. It was Caleb Williams.
That Caleb Williams.
Caleb Williams, the quarterback from USC.
I'll try to pull it up on here. I couldn't get my Facebook on here.
What happened?
I'm gonna get the video. You know what? We need to talk about
that's gonna be a Thursday.
That's gonna be like a Thursday.
Yeah,
we're gonna because and it's a black chick was talking about it, which was even like, really? You see this man? First of all, that's a whole nother story. But we're gonna play the clip, bro.
We'll talk about it after Nate.
We're gonna talk about it, man. We're gonna put a whole show on this, y'all. But we're getting ready to wrap up anyways. Like it's been like an hour plus, y'all.
I was waiting for the wrap it up music. You know what I mean?
In summary, let's do summary.
In summary, you are somebody. Don't let anybody judge you by what you have. Your worth is not dictated by materialism and money. Hollywood is fake. Stop believing these Instagram people out here. They're fake. All this stuff is fake. FYI.
Love is real.
Love is real.
Hey, you know what, man? That's it.
Enjoy
Love is
your
real.
Intangibles.
And that's it.
Have
it's all the stuff that you can't get with your senses, touch, see, all that stuff you need intangible things in your life, right? That's what faith is about. That's what life is about, right? You don't be with the person you can't. Don't be with the person you can live with. Don't care what nobody tell you. That's not how it works. You know, you got to live together first and all that. That's not how it is. You be with the person you can't live without. If you wake up in the morning, man, you say, man, I can't see myself without this person, right? This one here makes everything else click in my life, man. I can't see myself without this person. If you ain't got that kind of feeling with anybody you with, you're missing it. Don't even
And I
bother.
pray that for y'all
Don't
good
even-
people
yeah,
out
yeah.
there. There's
Stay
good people out
friends.
there
You
for
know,
you.
stay
and
friends.
and
Stay cool.
and make sure that it's not in a place to where that person think they might need a restraining order. It's not like
Mm,
No,
that.
no stalking.
It ain't stalking.
right,
Don't be obsessed with that person.
Obsessed. Yes, don't
right,
be
That's
obsessed.
it.
Yes.
Do
right.
not be obsessed with that person.
Right.
Mm-mm.
You can
Put God
breathe. It's
first.
okay.
Yeah,
Right.
It's okay. You can breathe without them. It's a little hard, but you can
Right.
breathe. You know what I'm
Well, the
saying?
person is not
It's
the
a little
God in your
hard.
life, right? The
right.
person is not the God in your life. God is God in your life, right?
Yeah,
He's always
That's right.
first, right?
God
God is the
first.
source. Everything else is the resource, right? And
That's
so,
right.
exactly.
and
Make
that's
sure
what we
that
want to
person
keep
that
that, man.
Well,
make sure that person is sent by God, man.
That's
Make
it.
make sure that person is a real deal. And
Mhm.
if you pray for that person will come.
It will.
that's
And
That's
right.
If
true.
you run after that person, you're never gonna find that person.
Hey, I tell people that all the time. Shoot,
Hmm.
me and my wife, I wasn't searching for
you
that
don't
at
have to.
all.
That's
God,
At
it.
all.
God, God
And
brought
Kim
her
He
into your
brought
life.
it to your life.
Kim will tell you. You sit down and talk to Kim. Kim will tell you. I wasn't trying to get married. I wasn't looking for any of that. It just
Hmm.
organically happened.
Yeah.
Right.
That's how it
And
usually does,
what
man.
I tell you, babe, I
Yeah,
always said,
same thing.
I saw what in you.
It's all God. You know, and
I
none but
saw
God,
God in
man.
you.
And then
And
none
I
but
toast.
God
said,
that kept me this
that's
far.
And
I can't do
toast.
what I do
And
without God in
toast.
my life, man.
now I
saw a
ain't say
family.
I see God all the time in you now. No, I'm joking. I'm messing.
As long as you
Babe.
saw a little
That's the
bit.
good one. That's the good one. I mean,
Wow.
I got
As
you.
long as you
She's
saw a
like,
little bit. That's
she's like,
that's all.
he's
You
like, I
got me
can't get
on
with you.
that
I
one.
can't. Hey, good job, VA. Good job. Good job,
Yeah. Don't
VA.
encourage her. Don't
VA.
encourage her.
Good job. That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
No,
Christy
I saw
Christakula, well
another
done.
show.
Well done.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, hey, look,
Thank
I'm
you.
gonna get
Christy
you back, man. I'm gonna
Christakula
get
on Chi, I
Thank you,
give it
babe.
5 stars.
you back. Don't give him 5 stars.
5
Man,
stars.
don't be clapping. No, you see, I'm encouraging. Encouraging. Man, I love y'all, man. We can't get off of
Love
here.
y'all too,
Yeah,
Love
man.
y'all,
love you
family, man.
too.
Oh, you know, in the beginning, I didn't get. I forgot we just kind of rolled into the show, but I always give honor to God, man. I'm gonna do it at the end if I didn't know in the beginning. Thank God for everything. Thank God for all of us being on here. Thank God for His mercy, His grace. Man, y'all stay safe, stay healthy, be blessed. You know what I mean? Pour it forward. You know what I'm saying? Whatever's measured out is measured back. You do good, it's gonna come back to you in the universe how it works. God bless y'all. We love y'all. We see y'all on Thursday, man, for another show. Thank God.
Find that
Bless y'all.
find
We
that
love
peace
y'all,
that
man.
passes all understanding.
Understanding.
Find
That's
that
it,
peace
Right.
that
y'all.
passes all understanding.
That's it. We out of here, y'all. God bless.